From the 19th century to present day, the philosopher Soren Kierkegaard has been known as the father of existentialism. Existentialism is a philosophy that emphasizes individuality, freedom, and choice. His ideas of existentialism have paved the way for many other philosophers. Kierkegaard was brought up as a Christian, which has influenced many of his views. Many critics have questioned how he can find a balance between existentialism and religion. Kierkegaard replies that he cannot justify it, but he believes in the freedom of choice. He also stresses the importance of individual existence and the idea of rationalism. Kierkegaard believes that individuals must take complete responsibility over themselves. They should be the top priority in their life. Many religious individuals question this because being religious usually consists of putting a higher power or a god above yourself. However, Kierkegaard believes that one should put themselves on the same level as a god and view each other as equals. It is most important to allow ourselves to grow and find our own way, and one must have a life of their own that is authentic. To put this idea of individual existence into perspective, imagine an oak tree. This tree is standing in the middle of a field. There are no other trees near it. Because of this, it has room to fully stretch out its branches and continue to grow. This is similar to the idea of focusing on oneself instead of comparing to others. This tree is also rooted. It cannot escape itself, no matter what the circumstance or season, and it is able to adapt to these circumstances. These traits allow existentialist individuals, similar to the oak tree, to avoid anxieties and disappointments, leading it to overall contentment and natural growth. Another theme that Kierkegaard emphasizes is the idea of rationalism. This is the idea of keeping things in perspective. Kierkegaard believes that if we cling too tightly to our hopes or the weariness of life, it will destroy us. There is a Latin saying, non omnis omnia possumus, translating to, not all of us can do all things. This is interesting because it contradicts the well-known Bible verse, with God we can do all things. This idea of rationalism counters our fears of the world and relieves some anxiety and despair. It is really overall just teaching us to be content with the circumstances and not hoping for more that will end up leading us to disappointment. Now here's an example of rationalism. Imagine two children who want to go out on the ice in the winter. Their playful mindset tells them to trust that the ice is thick enough and it will support them. Their trust is similar to the amount of energy that individuals expend on their hopes. However, the children also have this rationalistic sense, an inborn fear as if they were to fall through the ice, so they are cautious as to how far they go out on the ice. This mechanism of rationalism allows individuals to escape their anxieties associated with putting too much faith in our hopes and rather rely on reason.